Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all doing fantastic. As always, we're back with another flash flight. It's actually been a long while since we streamed one of these flash flights. It's nice to be able to finally fit one of them in, and it's quite a nice route today actually, down from Zurich to Geneva. It's quite a scenic one. To our left will of course see the Alpine mountain range for the entire duration, so that'll be the cherry on top for this event. It'll be a pretty nice view at 15,000 feet. Relatively low. Why? Because it's a really short route. I think it's only going to take around 30 minutes or so at the very most, and it's 170 nautical miles long. So it's very short, but it's also very ideal for a flash flight. It makes for the perfect candidate for today, and of course we're flying the Swiss A220, which is definitely a really nice aircraft. To two amazing, I mean, Zurich's a really nice airport, and Geneva's also a really nice airport with amazing scenery. So you literally can't complain. It's a good one. So if you are coming along, of course, be sure to copy my flight plan. It's all done. The weight and balance is already complete. So we're more or less ready to go and ready to get out of here as soon as possible so that we're not sitting on the ground for too long. But before we go too far, let me know how the audio is. Is the music too quiet, too loud, whatever, the usual stuff. Just let me know how it is before we go too far into the stream, so that it's, of course, I don't want it to be unbearable for you. And another cherry on top here, we're going to do a giveaway, a 1-month subscription, as always, of course. I'm also going to do a work in progress shot as well. I know you've all asked for this for a really long time, and we just haven't done it for a while. We've got a shot, we've got a photo, and we're going to share it with you a little later on in the stream. IF Germany, welcome to First Officer. We've got a load of channel members because @Zero decided to gift loads of memberships on the previous stream, which was amazing. So let's say some hellos, to all of you watching right now, or to at least as many people as I possibly can. JWB, Jamel, Trident Aviation, IF England, Wisser.M, Part H, Southwest 2115, David 009, Balakachini, what's up? Welcome back. Good to see you back here. Technical Science, what's up? Jinko, good to see you back here. Switzerland, hey, what's going on? Who else have we got? Max, Chip. Zach, Aviator Z is on final, 2-8. Captain Romania, Blah. Luciano, if that's how you pronounce it. Hello, welcome to the stream. Marcus, Infinite Flight Australia, and Harry, welcome to the stream. I won't say hello to everyone because we will be here forever. The intent is to, of course, get airborne as soon as possible and not sit here on this very small, like, ramp, remote stand for too long. I'm aware that it's not an ideal spot to park an A220, but I figured it's the most convenient spot because it's pretty much right next to the runway. So that'll make for a very expeditious departure if the line doesn't take too long to go down, that is. Literally, the runway is right there. So let's just turn our engines on and get out of here as soon as possible. Again, if you are joining us, expert server, copy my flight plan and follow those rules. Let's do it then. You can see the plane's already fired up. One thing I haven't paid attention to. I'm really hoping that it works right now, but I turned the nav lights on and the nav switches up. I honestly didn't even know that this was a thing, but if it is animated, then that's even cooler, right? It's been ages since this plane's been out, and I'm still learning new things every single day. Let me just see. Yes, the switches move. That's kind of cool. I like that. See, I work for Infinite Flight and I still don't know the planes inside. It's great. The A220 is definitely beautiful. I said Switzerland. It is very, very nice indeed. Very nice aeroplane. Right, let's go ahead then and turn on engine 1. We'll just fire up the engines on stand because we don't need to request for pushback. We're just going to taxi straight out to the right here. AJ Aviation Show, what's up? Welcome to the stream. What's going on? Have we got... Yeah, seatbelts no smoking is on. Engine 1's firing up nice and slowly. It's taking its time. 4% N1. We'll let it fire up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. 75, you're watching live right now. What's up? What's up? Dan, the still... hold on, let me have a look here. JWB said the old thumbnail is still set from the previous stream. See, this happens. I think this is a YouTube glitch. Could some of you do me a very quick favor? Could you, like... swipe off the stream and go onto our YouTube channel and let me know if the thumbnail is different to what it should be. It should be a Swiss A220 taking off from Zurich. If it's not, then let me know and I can see if I can fix that really quickly. It should be the correct thumbnail. Simon Weber, what's up? Gifted 1 membership to Harry. Awesome stuff. It is, Anshul. It's correct or it isn't correct? It is correct or it isn't? You saw EasyJet. Right, okay. Here, let me see if I can very quickly just fix the thumbnail before we go too far into the stream. Details. It's weird. It says it's Swiss on my end, but let me just change it very quickly. YouTube thumbnail. Here we go. I'll just save it again. Give it a couple of minutes. Swipe off again, and then let me know once it's refreshed. Let's go ahead. Start up engine 2 and request taxi to 28. In the meantime, we'll use flaps 2 for departure today and around 20% trim. And that's it. We're pretty much ready to go. Sorry, I just realized they were gifted a membership in the previous stream. Yeah. Oh, Simon Weber also gifted another membership to that. That's awesome. Awesome stuff. Great to see. Loads of channel members. Right, let's see. Hopefully the delays aren't too long then. I'm not really overly fussed though at the same time because of course it is a very, very, very short flight. So it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things if we're on the ground for a bit longer than we anticipated. But there we go. Oh, taxi to 28 in contact tower already. Awesome stuff. Right, let's turn our brakes off then and begin our taxi. Make an immediate right turn here so that we don't clip this A220 on our left. Whilst also being mindful for the JetBlue A220 on our right. We'll just squeeze in here between these airplanes. Swiss 311 VA. Thank you for holding for me there. Now JetBlue is slowly creeping forwards. Now it's stopped. So I don't really want to taxi into the back of it. So we'll just be a little bit careful here. I'll just hold it here. That should be fine for now. Otherwise, we'll get the warning that we're too close to the aircraft ahead. So if I just hold it, they're creeping forward again. IF Germany gifted 1 membership to that one Star Wars fan. Awesome. Lots of gifting going on. It's very kind of you all. Okay, I'm going to hold here because that bleepy thing is definitely going to go off if I get any closer. Of course, we'll answer all questions and whatnot once we're airborne as well. JetBlue at Zurich, yeah. Aviator Z said someone was on the runway whilst I was landing. Did you go around? Was you a pro pilot? Did you go around or did you continue? I have Finland 2, member for 14 months. Hello Dan, how's the World Tour doing? The World Tour is actually doing nicely. It's pretty nice. The numbers have dropped a little bit, but overall it's been a really, really nice outcome. It's a lovely event, and taking a plane around the entire world is actually a really fun task. And of course, if you'd like to find out more about the Infinite Flight World Tour, then you can head to our community forum and click on the live events tab. It'll be the pinned event at the very, very top. We aim to do around 3 to 5 World Tour flights a week. So if that's something you're interested in and you'd like to take your very own 757 around the entire world, or what's left of it anyway, then feel free to check it out and come and fly with us. It's pretty nice. And we'll, of course, stream some of them occasionally as well. Not all of them, because that would be quite the task. But we're making good progress. I think we're just over halfway now. So yeah, making pretty decent progress. Please maintain safe distance of aircraft ahead. I knew that would happen. I knew that would happen. Baller Mike, what's up? Has the World Tour ended? It hasn't, no. The World Tour still has around 20 or so routes to do, so we've still got plenty of flights to crack on with. Like I say, around halfway. Southwest 2115 said, Dan, I will try to attend more World Tour legs. Sounds good to me. You haven't been able to attend many of them, I don't think. Will I need Pro for the World Tour, Dan? Harry, yes, you will need a active Pro subscription. Of course, it's an event that can take place on any server, so even if you aren't grade 3, 4, or 5, you can still participate in the training server or the casual server. Whatever floats your boat, really. Just note that the majority of the traffic will likely be on the expert server. So if you intend on flying with many other aircraft, then you want to aim to be on that server, really. The next leg of the Infinite Flight World Tour is, I believe, Honolulu to Vancouver. I think it's around 5.5 hours long. It's quite a long one. I think it's the second longest flight of the World Tour. Last night we done the longest, which was supposed to be around 8 hours 30. It turned out to be much significantly shorter than that, actually, around 7 hours and 20 minutes or so. And that was Auckland to Honolulu with the 757. Quite a long one for it, but it was pretty nice. Here we are then, second in line for departure. And again. Let's go ahead and turn our APU off. We don't need that anymore. I think the dev should display the data for every leg and not remove it. Maz, what do you mean by that? Just curious. Dan, did you do Auckland to Honolulu or not? Yes, I did indeed. What airline are you flying with, Dan? Swiss. Why can't you see the plane on the runway? It's just a square. It's weird. That all depends on your airplane count. So if your airplane count is on low, it'll only load in a few aircraft. So if you have it on very high, I think it loads in around 50. And again, it depends on your device as well. But the more aircraft you decide to render in, the more of an impact it's going to have on your frames per second if your device can't really handle that. For example, the iPad Pros and the higher end devices can handle the higher count fairly smooth. Right, let's have you ever been to Switzerland before? I haven't, no. Right, let's go ahead. I've flown over Switzerland, if that counts. Let's slow down here so that we don't accidentally cross that hold short line. We'll tune into tower and request departure, runway 28, departing south sends. And I'll just hold here for now. We'll get told probably to hold for the time being, and then Oh, line up and wait 28. There we go. JetBlue's already rolling. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll turn on the strobes and landing lights. And line up and wait. We'll try to fly today in the virtual cockpit like this. In the previous streams, we've flown more so on the World Tour streams. We've flown with the HUD, the heads-up display, but we're going to do it like this again because I like the A220 cockpit as well. It's pretty nice. The screens are nice and big as well, so there's no problem seeing those. Are you from the UK? Yes.
Clear to land. Number 3, clear to land. Runway 14, Delta 1702 heavy.
Can you say the whole phonetic alphabet? I do know the entire phonetic alphabet, yes. Right, let's concentrate here though. For this departure, let's just hold here. Calibrate for the final time.
Request permission to cross runway 2A.
Swiss 25 Mike, cross runway 2A. Please expedite.
Pretty nice. 16 minutes and we should be airborne. I'd imagine this stream will be around an hour long at the most. I think that's an aircraft crossing the runway. Or it might even be an aircraft that's just landed on one of the other runways. I don't actually know what's going on up here. No, yeah, it's an aircraft crossing the runway. Got an 𝗖𝗛𝗚𝗧 A330 taking off on 16. There we go. Let's do it. Clear for takeoff. Rotate it around 135 knots. Use 89% N1. Not sure what the wind is like. 3-knot headwind. Not bad. 100s. Really accelerating nice and fast. Let's slowly start to pull back now. And we are airborne, pitching up to 15 degrees. Gears coming up. And I'm just going to follow the flight plan now. Just stay on course. Say thank you, good day to ATC. Robin, thank you very much for the service. Over to Zurich departure on 125.905. Check in IFR. I'm going to pitch down to 10 degrees now to let the speed increase, and we'll bring the flaps up shortly. Autopilot's working its magic. Goodbye, Zurich. Taking off like a rocket. Yeah, absolutely. Let's bring the flaps up. We'll go up to flaps 1. And then we'll clean the aircraft up in a couple of moments' time. There we go. Accelerating nice and fast. Clean it up, and we'll increase our vertical speed to around 3,000 feet per minute. And away we go. Very short flight. Right now, it's only saying 38 minutes until we arrive. That's going to decrease significantly once we get a little bit higher. Even though we're not going too high, you can just about see the... Oh, let's find our speed here. We'll keep it below 260, sorry. You can see the Alps off to the left. Hopefully we get a little bit closer. Might get a little bit close to them as we progress through the flight. Double tap here just so we can see our comms. There we go. Looking good. Right. Here we go then. If you've got any questions, ask them now. Now's your chance because I'll be able to look at the chat and answer as many as I can. Let's have a look then. Nice takeoff. Thank you very much. My gear is up. Don't worry me like that. Hey, Dan. In Infinite Flight, I saw you at Seattle. Awesome stuff. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? I would say mango. Definitely mango. 100%. I love the random questions. It's always great. What's your favorite route on Infinite Flight? I'm not too sure. I think it's not my most favorite route, but I think my most flown route is London Heathrow to LAX, or vice versa, only because the flight time's relatively ideal when you're just trying to think of a last-minute overnight flight. I think that's the route that I've definitely flown the most over the course of having Infinite Flight Global. Let's just watch what's going on here. Almost 10,000 feet. We'll speed up. Oh, there we go. There's the Alps. Lovely, lovely view. We'll increase our speed. Our cruising speed will be around 280 knots today. And we'll leave it at that. We won't go any faster.
Frequency change approved. Verilog 3107 Juliet Heavy.
Yes, I love mango too. Mango is mango ice cream is really, really nice. Excited for 23.1. I don't know. You tell me. Are you excited for 23.1? I feel like updates get significantly less exciting for me because I just get them through the development process anyway. So it's the anticipation comes early for me. Do you remember when KFC ran out of chicken? Yes, I do actually. I do. Wasn't that like during COVID time? Something like that. Hello Dan, I'll be your ground controller at Geneva. Awesome stuff. Yukiros, if that's how you pronounce your name, I'm very sorry if I pronounce it incorrectly. Thank you very much. Appreciate the service. How high will you fly? Linda, we're going to go up to 15,000 feet. We're already at 11,000. We're going to increase our speed then to around 280. I won't firewall it here. I'll pitch down to around 2,000 feet per minute now. We're literally almost at cruise. Landing lights coming off. Speeding up to 280 knots.
Lima X-ray 111 is 2 nautical miles.
Hey Dan, do you plan to upload to Aviator Dan? AJ's aviation show. Really good question. I mean, at the moment, the thing is, I would love to, but
Proceed on course.
for me, it just wasn't very feasible. More so in the recent few months, anyway. I wasn't really. I mean, in terms of YouTube revenue, let's say, right? Because, of course, Aviator Dan was a source of income for me. It was, I'll be open and honest, it was a source of income. It was my job. It was ultimately my job before Infinite Flight. And I, relied on ad revenue for income. And it actually started to die down to the point where I was like, is it really worth my time and effort? All of this time and effort, because I put a lot of time and effort into it, to only get not so much. Don't get me wrong. I think my personal YouTube channel went for a stage where it was, the only Infinite Flight streamer. It was the blast. I was like the first person properly streaming Infinite Flight, and I really, grasped that gap in the market at the time, which was amazing, and it was a great success initially. But then you start to see my face everywhere. You see me here, you see me there, you see me everywhere. And I think for some, it might have got a little bit boring, a little bit over the top, seeing me, especially on both channels. And of course, my YouTube channel wasn't really a guaranteed income either. So I couldn't rely on it to pay bills. I couldn't rely on it for very much other than a hobby or a bit of passive income, really. So as a result of that, because it started to decrease, I decided to essentially do it less. Which doesn't mean I've stopped. If I ever think of an engaging piece of content to make, like for example the stream tutorial, which was my most recent upload, then I'll do it. But the general plan at the moment is to not 110% prioritize it because there's not much of a take back from it. Hopefully that makes sense. But let's see. I mean, things could change. I mean, the problem is, if you do too much of something, you'll start to burn out. And I don't want to do too much streaming. I don't want to burn myself out to the point where you can't see my passion, feel the passion that I have for streaming or anything anymore. Because that's not good. When you burn out, it's not very entertaining. It's quite boring. Whatever. But of course, my partner Liv, she works for Virgin Atlantic, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to get some cheaper flights, right? Which I could essentially trip report, maybe, potentially. I don't know. No promises. In addition to that, whilst collecting Avios and whatnot, I might be able to review some maybe upper class seats as well on my YouTube channel. Switch up the content a bit, So hopefully there's a future for my personal channel, but we'll see. Time will tell. David009, welcome to Superfan. Glad to have you here. Appreciate it very much. How do you like being ATC? I don't know. I mean, I can, Doing IFATC stuff is fun, but I honestly wouldn't be able to handle lots and lots of aircraft. I think the most I like to do for IFATC is controlling a ground frequency. If it's tower, approach, anything like that, I don't really like it, if I'm honest. And ground's nice and easy for me, and I like that. What's the cruising altitude for today? 15,000 feet. Let's have a look. Reply handoff. We don't need to be on the center frequency anymore, or departure, sorry. So we'll tune out of that. Right now it's saying we have 20 minutes until we arrive, 10 minutes until we reach our top of descent. So really not too long at all. We're going to be making very quick progress. You can see we have an escort off to our left as well, which is always nice. How's Liv? Airborne, she's working for EasyJet, right? No, she's working for Virgin Atlantic now. She's currently in Miami. She's flying back from Miami tonight, and will be landing in the early hours of tomorrow. So essentially what that means is it's a very early airport trip for me. But there we go. But you're a supervisor, sort of, lol. Balacaccini, it just comes with it's the perk of the job. It happens. I don't utilize it, but there we go. Lee's Aviation, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Dan, will you be attending the Miami flyout tomorrow? Unfortunately not. For two reasons. I don't really have the time to do so, and in addition to that, it's a really awkward time for me in my time zone. It's at 1 AM. So, I mean, maybe if I'm awake... we'll see. We'll see. If you see me then yes. But there we go. The gear on landing. AJ's Aviation Show. It's getting old now. It's an old joke. But it's a classic. It's a classic. I'll remember the landing gear on landing for sure. Is there any difference between the A330 300 and the Neo other than looks? I mean... Which airline are you... I mean, in general, yes. I assume the Neo is more fuel efficient. It's more, you know, eco-friendly, I'd imagine, right? That's the point of it being a Neo. But in terms of, like, I mean, the newer... I mean, obviously, the Neo's new, and I assume the airlines are upgrading the style of the cabin as well, along with these new aircraft. I know that Virgin Atlantic have a completely different cabin layout in comparison to the 300. But the 330, in my opinion, it's not like the best plane. It's a slow plane. It's a very sluggish plane. How long's the flight, Pete? It's around half an hour. We've got 7 minutes until we begin our descent, which is going to be very, very quick. So ideally, I'd like to get the giveaway and the work in progress shot over and done with as soon as possible so that we can then focus on the descent and landing of the flight. What else is going on here then? Dan, have you ever flown in first class? I haven't. I mean, I would love to, but I haven't, and I don't think I will. It depends. It depends who I'm flying with. I mean, like Virgin have upper. Virgin's upper is technically, I don't know. It's a mix between business and first. But I'll definitely fly in that. That counts. But I don't think like a proper first class, like a suite. I don't think I'll ever get the opportunity to do that. Is done in real life pilot. I'm not. I've got hours in a Cessna. I've done flying lessons, 15 hours worth. But at the moment, I'm not a qualified pilot. So we just joined. What's the giveaway prize, Pete? The giveaway prize will be a month to Infinite Flight Pro. With that being said, who's ready for a work in progress shot? I can see Geneva. It's literally there. Let's turn our VNAV on here. Geneva final approach. Oh, just checking. Aiden controlling. It's been a long while since on a whip shot on a stream. Radar contact, say approach request. Okay, request approach. Geneva 04 on the ILS. Right, here we go then.
311 Victor Alpha. Requesting descent.
It's whip shot time for the next few minutes.
34 Bravo. Frequency. Good day.
Feast your eyes on a brand new livery that will be coming to Infinite Flight in the future. I'm not too sure which version it will come in off the bat, but it's obviously coming. What's this? Reply, Roger. Okay, so it's going to continuous file for now. Absolutely stunning livery, actually. It was only recently that I tried to do a flight somewhere in Asia with well, it wasn't an aircraft of choice because we don't have it in Infinite Flight. But I was looking at Flight Radar because I always try and match my flights, Infinite Flight, to real-world flights. And this was the featured aircraft on that route in real life, and we didn't have it in the sim, so I was like, damn it, like, I can't use it. I had to use A321 instead. But yeah, it's coming. And it looks very, very nice. Really, really nice livery, actually. Really, really nice livery. We have a few more as well, of course. I won't show them on today's stream. We could potentially save them for, of course, other social media platforms and Discord. If you aren't a member of our Discord server already, we do many exclusive work-in-progress shots over there. So if you are interested, then the link can be found in the description of this stream. It's a pretty nice place to hang out, and if you have a pro subscription, of course, you'll gain access to the entire server where you can chat with many other community members across many different text channels. In addition to that, we're also very close to 10,000 members on Discord, and what does that mean? That means giveaway time. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, there will be a giveaway. I'll go ahead and set the giveaway up now because we are literally just a few moments away from descent. Obviously, you can't see what's going on the screen right now. But let me just set up Nightbot and just log in and get that up and running. And then once we go ahead and take the whip shot off the screen, we'll then go ahead and do the giveaway, which will be a month to Infinite Flight Pro. How's the progress on the A380 or Challenger 350? So the Challenger 350 is coming along very nicely. It's looking really, really nice. However, the A380, not so much, on the other hand, because it hasn't actually entered development yet. Of course, right now we're working on the Challenger 350. Then after that, it'll be the A380. Which will be cool. I'm looking forward to that one very, very much. It's definitely one of my favorite planes. And I'm looking forward to flying the reworked model in Infinite Flight. Right. Descending in 3 minutes. We'll give it 1 more minute. We'll get rid of the whip shot in 1 minute's time. And then we will do the giveaway.
JetBlue 1274. Continuous file. Continuous file. JetBlue 1274.
What do you play Infinite Flight on? Play Infinite Flight on an iPad Pro.
Air Force 13 Super.
Will there be lights inside the cabin? For the 737? No. There isn't an actual model cabin in the 737.
Air Force 13 Super. Please follow instructions or you will be reported.
JWB, how are you going to answer the Q&A on your Instagram? I'm literally going to just reply stories later on this evening. I'm just going to let them build up and then I'll just answer a ton of them. Or a handful. We'll see. Just going to let the questions roll in. You can't see the screen. You can't see it because you're looking at a work in progress shot at the moment. With that being said, we're 1 minute away from the TOD, so we will actually get rid of this work in progress shot now. I believe you've had a good few minutes to get a good look at it. We can expect the ANA 737 livery in the near future. Right, let's transition then back to Infinite Flight, and we'll go ahead and roll with the giveaway, which is a month to Infinite Flight Pro. If you would like to enter, all you have to do is type A220 in the chat. Do not exceed 250 knots. Let's slow down here. We are literally, we're pretty much here. Geneva is right there. Gonna see how many of us are currently flying this flash flight.
Final. Swiss 73 Victor Kilo. With you at 4,400. Air Force 13 Super. Turn right heading 320. Air Force 170. Turn right heading 330. Speedbird 141. Radar contact. Say approach request.
Pretty nice numbers, around 40 attendees in total. And the chat is rolling. Yes, it is indeed. So we've reduced our speed to 250 knots. We'll leave it at that until, I mean, we'll just pretty much monitor the distance of the aircraft ahead, which will be the Swiss 220, 5 miles ahead of us. I don't believe it'll be the Escort. See sundown down on our left. Go ahead and set a cabin view really quickly, actually, as well. Pretty nice opportunity. Hello there. Good to see you, Captain. Let's go to the cabin really quick and look out the window. Who doesn't like a window seat? Yeah, what a view that is. Looking good.
Swiss 221. With you at 15,000.
Geneva final. Swiss 2800. With you at 20,500.
Just started climbing out of Geneva. See you there.
Northwest of equivalence at 20,200 feet. Requesting Isles approach runway 4 at Geneva. Turn left heading 080. Descend and maintain 12.
Do you log your flights on My Flight Radar 24? I do indeed. If you'd like to view my in real life flights, you can head to my forum profile and you'll see my flights there. Or like my Discord profile, it'll also say them there as well. It's funny you mention that because it was only last night that I decided to go ahead and log all of my flights. So it's new to me, but it's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to keep up with it as well. Descending to 7,000 feet. Right, we have 46 entries. Again, if you're just tuning in and you'd like to potentially win a month to Infinite Flight Pro, all you have to do is type A220 into the chat. Really easy stuff. Of course, if you are entering, don't click off the stream because you could win and then you won't be here to claim it. So just hang about, sit tight, and you could win the prize. Is that sundown? It is. I like all of my Infinite Flight flights since oh, you log your so you log your Infinite Flight flights through My Flight Radar 24. That's pretty interesting. I did think about that, but I didn't think it was like I would rather log my real life flights.
Swiss 73 Victor Kilo. Altitude at your discretion. Yankee Lima Bravo Delta Charlie.
Jason Hill, what's up?
Turn left heading 170.
Do not exceed 280 knots. Delta 1285.
Thank you. Swiss
Do you have a
73
separate
Victor
account
Kilo.
for your Infinite Flight Radar flights? The thing is, it would take absolutely forever to. I mean, I have very many hours. I wouldn't want to go back and log all of my flights. There it is, Geneva. Dan, make the landing 0 feet per minute or else you'll be disappointed. I will try. I will try. I doubt it will be, but I'll try my very best to make it a smooth landing. Landing lights can be turned on just past 10,000 feet. It's always a nice view flying in this area. Geneva's a really, really nice. I'm yet to go to Geneva. I'd like to visit Geneva and Switzerland. In general, it would be a pretty nice trip, especially the Alps. It's around 5,500 flight hours for me to log. Not going to do that. No, I don't blame you, Sundown.
Swiss 120 202. Do not exceed 250 knots. Do not
You see,
exceed
I would log
250
my infinite flights on my flight radar
Do not exceed 250
24.
Climb and maintain
If I had like a new account, like if I was just starting infinite flight and I wanted to log all of my flights on a map that showed them all, then like I would do that.
73 Victor
But because I'm already so far into my infinite flight stats and progress in general, then I just can't really be bothered to log them all.
Yankee Lima
Captain
Bravo
EU,
Delta
member
Charlie
for
Heavy.
3 months.
Maintain 8,000.
Awesome stuff.
And maintain 8,000. Yankee Lima Bravo Delta Charlie Heavy.
Swiss 73 Victor Kilo. Altitude at your discretion. American 112 Heavy is 2 nautical miles northeast of Geneva at 2,500 feet. Requesting flight
Right.
following to London City. Swiss
Are we ready to roll the giveaway? We've left it rolling for long enough.
Good day. Swiss 73
The giveaway is A220, last 10 seconds to enter.
Good day.
51 entries.
American
5,
112 Heavy.
4,
Proceed on course
3,
to London City.
2,
Proceed on course.
1. The winner is
Air Canada 562 Victor
Linda
Alpha.
White. Congratulations on winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro.
Maintain 6,000 until established on the localizer.
Are you here?
Cleared ILS runway 4 approach.
Airborne South, Swiss 2800. Turn left heading 070. Descend and maintain 6,000. Maintain 6,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 4.
Awesome stuff. Right, Linda, do you have a community forum account at all?
Yankee Charlie 9 Super. Review at 12,000.
I need to focus as well on this part because we're about to be landing soon. Don't want to fly into the back of an aircraft. Do not exceed 220 knots.
220 knots.
Let's slow down a bit.
311 Victor Alpha. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Turn left 220, just going to maintain 8,000 feet.
8,000.
Turn left heading 220. Descend and maintain 8,000. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
No, okay, no worries at all. Linda, do you have like any other method of contact? Do you have an Instagram account with the whole name? That'd be great. With the @ or do you have a Discord account with the hashtag and the numbers after that?
Turn right.
Those are the next two options.
Yankee Lima Bravo Delta Charlie Heavy.
Swiss 47, radar contact. Swiss 996, radar contact. Say approach request. Speedbird 141, turn right heading 210.
Turn right heading 210. Speedbird 141.
This is a really, really short flight. Flight time of 25 minutes. Yes, Instagram. Okay, awesome stuff. Could you please share your Instagram name with us so that we can go ahead and contact you on there when the stream finishes, please? That'd be amazing. We'll just go ahead and send you a link to redeem a month to Infinite Flight Pro.
Swiss 311 Victor Alpha, turn left heading 120.
Delta 290, request frequency change.
Turn left heading 120. Swiss 311 Victor Alpha.
Swiss 47. Request
Okay, one moment. No worries at all.
Mike Alpha
Right,
Tango Yankee. Turn right
Get rid of
heading
those spoilers. Don't need those.
Descend and maintain 8,000. Swiss 221.
I'd imagine we'll get another vector very, very soon to the
Descend and
left.
maintain 8,000.
We'll turn base shortly.
Swiss 51 Whisker Heavy. Review at 2,400.
Turn right heading
Hey, you better butter this landing. I can try my best to make this a smooth landing. But the thing is, I'm only good at doing... Oh, hold on a moment. Turn left, 120. I'm only good at doing really, really, really smooth landings in the HUD view. So if you'd like to see a smooth landing, then I can try my very best in the HUD view. Or I can just go for the challenge and try it in the virtual cockpit. You can decide in the chat right now.
Contacting Geneva Tower on 118.7. Air Canada 562 Victor Alpha.
I haven't flown the A220 in a while, so this could be, you know, we could botch this landing completely.
Proceed on course to Zurich. JetBlue 1274. Thank you. Good day. JetBlue 1274. Contact Geneva Tower on
Looks like,
118.7.
Roger. Swiss 51 Whisker Heavy.
Linda White, yes, the Instagram name, yeah, the name itself, the @ symbol, and then your Instagram, your full Instagram name.
East of Geneva at 3,000.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Turn left 070, descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Maintain 7,000 until established on that localizer. Cleared ILS approach. Right, down to 7,000 we go.
Geneva Fighter. Pakistan 7777. Review at 12,000.
Okay, it looks like the majority of the votes are for the virtual cockpit, so it might not be the smoothest landing, but we'll give it a go. We'll try and land smoothly with this view here. This is the most realistic view as well.
486 nautical miles south of 𝗂𝗏𝗡𝗏 Airport at 15,000 feet. Requesting ILS approach runway 4 at Geneva.
Swiss 1202. Do not exceed 220 knots. Do not exceed 220
I have ATC practical exam tomorrow, and I'm just sitting watching. Good luck. Do your best for it.
Please contact Geneva final on 120.3. Yankee Lima Bravo Delta Charlie Heavy. Turn left heading 130.
When is the next update of Geneva? I believe Chris is going to work on Geneva once we've finished on Chicago O'Hare. Let's turn to 010. And we'll stay at 7,000 until established on the localizer. I need to go ahead then and set nav 1 to your 12 o'clock down. I see you there, Balacaccini. I see you.
Descend and maintain 8,000.
Pakistan 7777 is 2 nautical miles south of
Let's have a look. Where's the runway?
Requesting ILS approach runway 4 at Geneva.
Turn right heading
Quite far off.
Descend and maintain 8,000. Swiss
To make-
1202. DHL 002 is 7 nautical miles north of Geneva, 10,000 feet.
Yeah, 010 seems to be about fine.
Runway 4 of Geneva. Mike Alpha Tango Tango Yankee. Turn left heading 130. Turn left heading 130. Mike Alpha Tango Tango Yankee. DHL 002.
Lovely scenery.
File. Expect the visual approach runway 4 of Geneva. Pakistan 7777. Continuous file. Expect the
Hassan, what's up? Welcome.
runway 4 of Geneva. Yankee
Right.
Bravo Delta
Need to get back onto the flight plan.
left heading 050.
Roger. Pakistan 7777.
Going towards
Mike Alpha Tango Tango.
have a gentle line.
Report airport in sight.
Turn left heading 050. Yankee Lima Bravo Delta Charlie Heavy.
Wilco. Mike Alpha Tango Tango Yankee. Mike Alpha Tango Tango Yankee. Turn
Right.
left heading 070. Descend and maintain 7,000. Speedbird 141. Turn right heading 220. Descend and maintain 10,000. 2 taxi arrow 24 kilo. You're in an active airspace. Please contact Geneva.
Okay, Linda White, I've just got your name. Expect a message from the Infinite Flight Instagram account when the stream finishes. Congratulations again. Right. Going to turn on APPR in just a moment.
Pakistan 7777. Do not exceed 250 knots.
Slow down
Swiss 996.
to 180
Do not
knots.
exceed 250 knots.
Do not exceed 250 knots. Swiss 996. Do not exceed 250 knots. Pakistan 777.
Dan, when are we able to create our own livery? There aren't any plans at the moment. And of course, if there were, I wouldn't speak too much about it anyway because we haven't revealed anything to the public yet. Right, let's concentrate on the landing then.
2800. Turn right heading 230.
Although, yeah, it would be cool to make your own livery.
Turn right heading 230. Climb and maintain
Slowing down to 180 knots.
2800.
Swiss 311 Victor Alpha. Thank you. Good day.
We'll let the autopilot do the majority of the work until we disconnect it when we're closer to landing.
Victor Alpha. Thank you.
Have you ever tried the Queenstown approach? I have. It's absolutely stunning. It's a really, really nice approach. If you haven't tried the Queenstown approach, then I would definitely recommend doing so.
Mike Alpha Tango Tango Yankee. Clear visual approach runway 4. Swiss 1202 is 3 nautical miles northwest of Calgary at 8,400 feet. Requesting ILS approach runway 4 at Geneva.
Maintain current altitude until established on the localizer.
Dan, you work for the flight. That's sick, bro. Been playing this game since it first came out. Fair play, mate. Thank you very much. When did you start playing? How early? How early on was it when it was released?
Turn right heading 220. Descend and maintain 8,000. Delta 1285.
Miss you, bro. Why do I feel like this 𝗠𝗛𝗡𝗟 is someone who knows me?
2 taxi arrow 24 kilo is 3 nautical miles north of Calgary at 16,000 feet.
Right, reply handoff. We're going to send and switch and go over to Geneva Tower. on 118.70. We'll call inbound, landing on the ILS 04. Oh, it's Aaron. I had a feeling.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November, number 2.
Dan, stream on a Saturday, so we don't have to go to work. Of course, if it aligns with my availability, then we can stream on a weekend at some point as well. Clear to land on runway 04. Number 2. Okay, so we're ready to do it. Currently at 180, 182 knots. Going to slow down a bit more the closer we get. We're currently 8.4 miles out. We'll reduce our speed to around 150 knots now.
Number 3, runway 4, clear to land.
Number 3, clear to land.
We use full flaps for landing today.
Yankee Lima Bravo Delta Charlie Heavy. Maintain 170 knots until 5-mile final.
Maintain 170 knots until 5-mile final. Yankee Lima Bravo Delta Charlie Heavy.
We'll reduce our speed all the way to 140, which would be our landing speed today. Flaps 4. We'll do a flaps 4 landing. How about that? That should be fine because we're relatively light anyway. Currently 6.3 miles out. When we hit 6, we'll drop the landing gear. Have a safe landing. Don't forget the gear, Dan. No, don't worry. Don't worry. There we go. Gear's coming down now. I know that was a really, really awkward mistake we made once on Av Dan channel. But there we go. Wind right now, pretty much 5-knot headwinds. Pretty calm, not too bad at all. We'll go ahead and try to land as smooth as possible. We'll disconnect the autopilot shortly when we get above this river here.
Swiss 311 Victor Alpha. Thank you. Good day. Wilco. Swiss 311 Victor Alpha. Thank you. Good day. Swiss 311 Victor Alpha. Mike Alpha Tango Yankee. Number 3. Traffic to follow is on final. Mike Alpha
There we go,
Tango
looking good.
Tango Yankee. Number
Do a
3.
fly maybe a little bit slower. 135 might be an ideal landing speed.
Clear to land. Runway 4. Mike Alpha Tango.
Right,
Tango
autopilot
Yankee.
is off.
Mike Alpha Tango Yankee. Adjust
And I'm going to
follow
concentrate now.
aircraft ahead. Adjust
I won't look
speed
at the
to
chat.
follow aircraft
Try not
ahead.
to anyway.
Mike Alpha Tango Yankee. Geneva Tower. Shalair 3028 Super. Ready for departure at runway 4. Departing straight out. Shalair 3028 Super. Hold short of runway 4. Holding short runway 4.
130 knots seems to be about fine.
Geneva Tower, Swiss 1202, inbound on the ILS runway 4. Geneva Tower, Swiss 221, inbound on
Happy
the
is
ILS runway 4.
too red. Let's try and hold it off a little bit here. I want to be around 50 feet above the
Swiss
threshold.
1202, number 4, runway 4, clear to land. Number 4, clear to land. Runway
Still going to
4,
continue, not
Swiss
too bad at all.
1202, Swiss 221, number 5, runway 4, clear to land.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
There we go. Lovely landing. Reverse thrust. Slowing down.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
We'll vacate to the right.
Contact ground.
Really, really nice landing, actually. I wasn't expecting it to be that nice, but we'll go ahead and watch it in the replay in just a moment anyway.
November. Thank you.
Let's just quickly taxi to parking.
Number 5, clear to land. Runway 4, Swiss 221.
Welcome to Geneva, everyone. To the right we go. Get rid of the spoilers. Bring the flaps up in just a moment. Bit of a fast turn. Right, flaps coming up, strobes, landing lights off, and we can go ahead and fire up the APU quickly then. Trim can go to neutral, and we'll contact ground on 121.85 and request taxi to parking. How do you handle the aircraft so nicely? The key to it, I mean, it depends on the conditions that you're flying in as well. I mean, it's very similar to real life, actually, at the end of the day. Just go easy on the controls. Don't overdo it. Just small inputs, really. Don't over-control it. And I can assure you that if you take ground effects into account as well and use that to your advantage, you'll do a smooth landing. Takes a bit of practice, but of course, a lot of people tend to flare a bit too hard when you go into the ground effect. Which is essentially like a ballooning effect when you get closer to the runway. But instead of fighting the ground effect, just take it to your advantage, use it to your advantage, and allow the aircraft to gently settle on the runway. That's my top tip for when you're landing, in infinite flight and real life. When I was doing my first few landings in the Cessna 172 in real life, as soon as we went into ground effect, I would immediately pull back a bit too hard on the controls, which would balloon us and send us sort of floating down the runway. So the idea is to, when you go into ground effect, just pretty much hold it off, hold it, and the aircraft will just bounce and just settle down the runway by itself when it can't generate enough lift anymore. Right, we'll park here. And we'll say thank you, good day to ATC, to all of the air traffic controllers today. Thank you so much for your service and making this a very successful event. It was very nice. We had a total flight time of 36 minutes, so 6 minutes longer than expected. But it was nice. It went relatively quick as well, and of course, we're going to give away and a whip shot, which is a bonus. It's always nice. That's the Air Baltic 757 there. Very nice livery. What we'll go ahead and do is we'll shut the aircraft down, turn the beacon light off,
Geneva ground, Swiss 280
and ground services.
ready to taxi with information, Juliet.
We can go ahead
Taxiing to runway
and
4, Air France
passengers,
683.
cargo, ground power unit. Really, really nice airplane. I do like it, actually. Pretty cool plane.
Taxiing to runway
Pretty
4,
cool plane.
Swiss
Right,
280
let's go ahead then. In just a moment, we're going to go ahead and pause the stream. Just momentarily whilst we go ahead and hop over to the replay mode. Once that loads up, we'll hop back into the standard view and watch the departure and arrival. So let's wait for that jet bridge to connect really quick. Here we go. Rampage agents doing their thing. Currently climbing into the hold. And the passengers are just about to disembark the aircraft to continue their onward journey in Geneva. Right, okay. Let's go ahead and pause the stream. See you in a second. We're back. Nice and quick. Nice and quick. If you missed the landing, you can just watch it now. We're going to show it now. You can go back and watch it in a couple of moments. Shouldn't be too long until we load in. There we go. I can hear ATC. Right, let's watch that. We were on the ground longer than we were in the air. That's because I was sitting on the ground an hour before departure. Let's watch the takeoff then. Pretty sure it was a nice one. Skip forwards a bit here. 15 seconds. Yeah, very nice takeoff. This would actually make for a really nice screenshot. If you were to pause it here, just very quickly, if you were to pause this here.
Cleared for immediate takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 16.
And let's have a look. If I go down here. Singapore A350 there. Whoop. There we go. Right, let's let the 350 load in again. A pretty cool screenshot. Used like that. Oh, there we go. It disappeared again. Right. Even that would be cool when you're sort of banking out of the airport. Screenshot like that would be pretty awesome. Right. Nice takeoff. Let's watch the landing. That's what matters the most.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Contact UH departure on 125.905. Geneva Tower, Swiss 1202. Inbound on the ILS runway 4. Geneva Tower, Swiss 221. Inbound on the ILS runway 4. Swiss 1202. Number 4, runway 4. Clear to land. Number 4, clear to land. Runway 4. Swiss 1202.
Right, here we go then.
Swiss 221. Number 5.
Was it a smooth one? Pretty sure it was. Pat on the back. Oh yeah. That was really, really... even the nose gear just gently settled down on the runway. Look at this. Beautiful. And the nose just comes down so slowly. What can I say? What can I say? Pretty nice landing. Anyway, let's watch that from the tower. Different view real quick. And whilst we're doing so, we'll go ahead and give a shout out to our captains and superfans. Those being David009, Captain Sky Marshal, Dark Serpent Gaming, Lucas, Simon Weber, Grab, Not Cabinet, 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏, Nick Masterson, Tyler Flake, Gonzo, Fonzo47, Aviator Griff, Eli, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Josh K, Golf Hotel, Alpha Zulu Bravo, and Crazy B. There's the touchdown. Super, super nice. With that being said, we'd like to thank you very much for watching another stream. It's been my pleasure to entertain you on this fine Friday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care as always. Keep the dirty side down. Have an amazing weekend of flying, and we'll see you in the next one. As always, goodbye.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Exit runway 18.